Hey guys, 219 Tiger here, and today's video is going to be about depression and anxiety through this COVID-19 outbreak. Because I know it's been hard on a lot of people, and I was reading articles online talking about how COVID-19 is going to be tough on people who have depression and anxiety, and I do think that's true because it is really hard sometimes to self-isolate. The fact that you got people telling you can't go anywhere, and if you're an introvert, it's a little more easier for people, but if you're somebody who's social, it's a lot harder. Yes, there's other ways of communicating on, you can communicate with people online. I mean, you can FaceTime people, so you're still able to talk to people. But in the scheme of things, somebody asked me, but Tiger, what if you don't have a lot of friends? What if you don't have friends that have access to internet? What if they're limited by what they can do? I have nobody. And it does get hard, because trust me, it's rough, because I'm somebody that every once in a while I need somebody to talk to. And it's kind of really hard because, the majority of my good friends are on Instagram. So that leaves me, I can't go and visit anybody. It's kind of hard for me to go to the coffee shop now. I mean, I can still go to the coffee shop, but it's turned my life upside down. And yes, it is, in fact, has affected my anxiety, and it has affected my depression. And, it is giving people a lot more time to kind of sit at home and tend to be stuck in their head a lot more. And if you don't have a way to focus your mind, it's gonna make it a lot harder. Me personally, if you're a gamer, gamers love it right now, because they get to sit home and play video games all day long, which in some ways isn't a bad thing. And that's because you can still interact with people and still keep your mind busy. And that's a lot of time what it involves. Because nobody likes to be by themselves all the time. Nobody. I mean, even introvert people need somebody to talk to every once in a while. And it does make it hard. I'm somebody who's always battled depression and has always battled anxiety, along with a few other things. So there's that. It's rough on me, because especially I don't like change, and this change is, for some people it's easy, for some people it's a lot tougher than you think, especially with the fact that I live in the United States, so we're getting ready to go into spring. We're in spring right now, and there's some days where the weather's really nice. I mean, not too long ago we had a day where it got up into the 80s, and the fact is that they're telling you, well, it's 80 degrees, you gotta sit in the house, you can't go out, you gotta self-isolate. And it's a lot harder, especially if you're somebody that likes to be outdoors. I like to be outdoors. Yeah, at the new place I'm living at, I gotta sit in the yard, but it's not the same. Because sometimes I like being around people. Going to a coffee shop with two of my friends sucks now, because we can't go anymore. And it is scary. And see, what gives me anxiety is I am very susceptible. I have COPD, which means if I was to get the COVID virus, it could pretty much kill me. Which means I have to be extremely more careful. There's only so much TV I can watch. There's only so many movies I can watch, and there's only so many video games I can watch. You can say, well, you can catch up out of school. Yeah. But who are we kidding? Who's going to pay attention to school when they're stuck at home in their pajamas all day? I mean, like the memes that I see all over Facebook, like I'm late for my couch. And the way things are looking, this could go for 18 months, which is kind of bad. Like, I mean, recently out here, they've canceled Pierogi Fest. They've canceled the 4th of July fireworks show. They canceled Cruise Night. And it may be looking like they're going to cancel Festival of the Lakes. And what sucks is Snoop Dogg and a bunch of other live, good bands were going to be there. And now it's kind of like, that's up in the air. And when they say, it's been moved to 2021, well, technically, you're canceling it for this year, because 2021 is far off. I mean, people who have their birthday who are stuck home by themselves. Like, yesterday, I spent Easter alone. Like, it sucks. I couldn't go to my mother's house. Like, I mean, and which is starting to ruin holidays now. I mean, it's hard. So, yeah, it does affect your depression a lot. And I mean, and I always tell people with depression, if you try to stay out of your head, because like a lot of times people get stuck in their head, and you don't want to do that, especially now more than ever. Try to find something you're interested in and do it. Whether, I mean, it be playing video games, coloring, doing something. Keep your mind busy, because if you keep your mind busy, you won't have time to be stuck focusing on the negative. It's the same thing with anxiety, because there are a lot of people that yeah, I'm not saying it shouldn't be taken serious, but there's no use in panicking. Panicking never ever solves anything. And there's a lot of people that have anxiety. Oh, what if I get it? Oh my God, da 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 da. I do understand that, but you just take precautions. And like with my anxiety, I get panic attacks out of nowhere. I can be happy and get them, and it absolutely sucks. And nowadays it's hard because I can't exactly have somebody come over either. So like, I mean, so it's kind of like, it sucks. Now, like I said, it's a lot easier for people who like being at home. It's a lot easier for people who are antisocial and don't like talking to people. For them, it's easy. But there's a lot of us, we are, a lot of us are social creatures. We are creatures of habit. And now our habits have been turned upside down. And now it's that freak out of, oh my God, what do I do? That's not including the depression about bills, financial responsibilities. Because, I mean, people have lost their jobs. I mean, nobody's, you can't pay your bills if you ain't working. And there's that depression. And anxiety. How am I going to pay my bills? Like, oh my God, how am I going to pay my bills? I'm not working. My income is ceased. And that's all over the place. Because we are all in this together. This isn't just an American thing. This is all over the place. And it goes for everybody. And I think, and like I said, we're all in this together. Like, we're all suffering. And I think now more than ever, if you have online friends, I think as an online community, we should come together. Because I think checking up on somebody going, hey, how are you doing with this? Because they're talking about the suicide rate may go up even more because of this. Do I believe the suicide rate's going to go up? Yeah. People are quarantined, so it's not like your friends can come over and check on you, and you're stuck to be quarantined. So people with severe depression, this may be a really dark time. It's not just people dying from COVID virus. There's also people that are taking their life because they're battling depression and they've let go. And there is that, well, I'd like to help you, but I can't be there for you, which makes things even worse. And that's why I'm saying we kind of need to realize that too. And this needs to be, and it's something that needs to be brought to the attention, because nobody's talking about it. Everybody's just talking about the COVID virus. Nobody's talking about the depression. and how much worse it's going to even be. Not just because of the situation, the pandemic itself, but people naturally have already been battling depression. It's a lot harder for people to see their therapist. It's a lot harder for people to get help now. And it's been kind of thrown to the wayside because this pandemic. And I mean, so the suicide rate, I'd say maybe high. So if you know somebody who has depression, especially severe depression, please reach out to them, because they're going to need you more now than ever. Because especially with the fact that we have to self-isolate, it takes about 5 seconds to call somebody up and go, how are you doing today? We should be checking up on each other. I think that's because you can't call yourself a friend if you're not checking up on somebody. And it's, like I said, like, I mean, it's not, being a friend isn't a job. You don't clock in and you don't clock out. It's a 24-hour-a-day thing. And like I tell people, you know what I mean? Like, I'm here if you ever need me. Because like I said, I battle severe depression. Like I said, with this whole ex-girlfriend thing that I had to go through, on top of the beginning of this pandemic, I didn't have a lot of people to talk to. And my anxiety, my depression was really bad. I mean, really dangerous, extremely bad. So, again, I mean, thankfully, I did have, by the grace of God, I did have one person, Kimmy, shout out to you, who did check up on me and make sure that I was okay, and, like, I'm here if you need to talk and stuff like that, and who has been a constant every day. How are you doing? Are you okay? A true definition of a friend. Even if we don't FaceTime all the time, I mean, because we do FaceTime. Even if we don't FaceTime every day, at least we check up on each other. Because like I said, like, I mean, right now, with anxiety and depression, we need each other more than ever on top of this pandemic. And I get, well, I can't go to that person's house. There's a thing called pick up the phone and call them, or you can text them, or you can message them on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook or whatever social site you use. And you can FaceTime through Instagram. You can FaceTime through Snapchat. Hell, you can download an app called WhatsApp. So there's really not an excuse. So, and I look at it this way: you should never be too busy to take time out to check on somebody. Never. We need to be, like I said, we're in this together. And it's time we start coming together and being there. Because things do need to change. I mean, like, look at since we've all been quarantined, look at how the pollution has gone down. There's a sign right there for you. But that's not what this video is about. That's another video for another time. But, like I said, if you're going through depression, please reach out to somebody. Just because somebody can't come and see you doesn't mean they still cannot talk to you. We need to take care, we need to take care of each other. Now so more than ever. And if you're battling depression, please stay strong. I know this is hard. It's hard on everybody. Like I said, you are not alone. We're all in this together, and it sucks. And I hate it. We all hate it. Trust me. This is nobody's cup of tea. But this is where I'm going to end the video. I hope you guys liked and enjoyed it. Please, stay strong. Stay lucid. Remember, love is louder. And until next video, I'll see you guys soon. I love you. Mwah. Stay strong.